Hello, so it's 6:25 in the morning, just arrived, and when I left home, I'm literally 4 or 5 minutes drive away from here. It was thick fog, so foggy that I had to go at 30 miles an hour down a 60-mile-an-hour road, and then all of a sudden the fog broke through, so you might be able to see at the edge of that field, maybe 2 fields away, is thick fog. So it's patchy, but round here it's pretty good visibility, so I'm going to get launched anyway. The wind is coming from the south, and the plan today is to go down to St Albans. So what I'm going to do is what I call the Luton Airport Loop. So I'm going to go down the west side of Luton Airspace, fly along to St Albans, and at the east side of Luton Airspace and back to Millbrook. So let's hope it all goes to plan. Oh no. So I can't get my engine started. So it started, and I was just adjusting my helmet and it stopped with my hand, and I thought I'd knocked the kill switch. So I started the kill, tried to restart the engine, it just wouldn't start. So then I took it off my back and took the prop off, reprimed it, and then gave it full throttle and tried to start it again. Nothing. Let the throttle out, tried to start again, nothing. So it won't start now, so I don't know what the hell's happened. I've actually used my last spark plug, unfortunately. So time to go home. So I'm back again. It's 2:30 in the afternoon, and the wind is quite strong, but sometimes it just drops. I've been stood here for 10 minutes just watching the sock, and it's a little bit variable. I mean, this site is not great because I have a hill over there, and there's not too many trees. There's a few little hills behind me now as well, and I've got these pylons, so if the wind switches I can't just shift my wing around, I have to move it across the field to avoid the pylons. So I've got the wing laid out over here behind me, and the sock is switching around a little bit, so I'm going to try and get my engine started. I've got a brand new spark plug, put that in, and hopefully try and get up in the air. So I'm not having the best time of it today with my spark plug issues in the morning. The issue there was that the wind had actually switched around just as I launched, and it kind of pushed the glider down to the ground. So I've basically taken the engine off my back, walked over the field, relayed my wing out, and now I'm restarting my engine. So hopefully the second go I don't have to have a third one. Yay, so 3 o'clock in the afternoon, finally airborne after all that effort, but it's always worth it. This flight I think is going to take somewhere between 2.5 and 3 hours long. So just ahead is Stone Windmill, and the exact date of when it was built is unknown. It's acknowledged to be one of the oldest post mills in Britain. The date 1627 is thought to relate to a time when it was refurbished. This is in the Chiltern Hills area, so if you're around the area, there's some nice walks around the Ashridge estate. Worth a visit. So this here is Champneys, a health resort near Tring,
and was built in 1874. Now heading over towards Bovingdon Airfield. This was used by the American Air Force in World War II. It's now a multi-use site. There's microlight stuff going on there and a very large car boot sale. So this is the Magic Roundabout, which is quite a famous roundabout. There's another one in Swindon in the UK, but you either love it or hate it. What's unusual about it is it's got 5 mini roundabouts, and you can go around the roundabout in either direction by using the mini roundabouts. It's kind of weird. This here is Gorham Brew House, a Palladian style house near St Albans, built in the years 1777 to 84 to replace the old Gorham Brew House, which was left to fall into ruin. The old one is still there and is a leading and early example of the Elizabethan prodigy house, and built in 1563. So we're now approaching St Albans. This is Verulamium Park, and on the edge of the park in the corner by the water there is the oldie Fighting Cocks. It's a contender for Britain's oldest pub. So now flying over St Albans Abbey, which was founded in the 8th century. The present building is of the 11th century, with Gothic and 19th century additions. I've got a couple of friends who live in St Albans, so I texted them just on my way over, just to let them know I was going to fly over. So I'm just showing off a little bit here and flying over their houses right near the railway station, St Albans City Station. And so I'll do a turn and kind of do a little bit of showing off, and then continue over towards Welwyn Garden City. So this is my friend's view from his phone. So this here is the northeast side of St Albans, and once I've flown over here I fly towards Brocket Hall. The estate dates back to 1239, but the current house was built in 1746 and owned by the 3rd Baron Brocket. One of England's finest stately homes, Grade 1 listed and home to the Melbourne Club, comprising of 2 championship golf courses. Now passing over Welwyn Garden City and Digswell Viaduct. I'm not going to talk about this one because I've done a couple of videos I think on this. So I'm now heading back up the east side of Luton airspace past Stevenage. But on the way I see this helicopter, and I was quite annoyed by it because it was kind of flying around and around in circles and was in my way. But when I looked down I saw 4 police cars and a load of police in the woods there, obviously looking for someone. There's been a murder in the woods or something. But I found it particularly annoying because I couldn't deviate my course because I'm right on the left hand side. I'm right on the edge of the Luton airspace. And I can't go right or go back because I've got Luton airspace blocking my way back home. And as the sun is setting, I was a little bit concerned. But I think the police helicopter saw me, and he very, very nicely moved out of the way and I flew through. So coming in for a landing now, a thoroughly enjoyable flight. It was quite windy, but I've got a really good ground speed on the way back. There's the field down below. So I fly over the pylons. I usually fly over the towers and not the cables because I know where the cables are. And come in for a landing. So it took off at about 3:05 and it's now 6:10, so just over a 3-hour flight. Absolutely brilliant, love that. Been meaning to go over St Albans Abbey for quite some time now, and finally the conditions were good enough, not perfect actually. The wind was a little bit strong for my liking for this flight, but got a decent tailwind once I got past Stevenage, and yeah, loved it.
If you enjoyed, then hit the like button, helps other people find the channel. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.
If you want to see more photos, check the link in the description.